Hello everyone, welcome to Diecast Calls, your source for Hot Wheels, in particular Redline era 1968 through 1977 and Spectraflame from 1968 through 1972. Today we're going to go through a couple of 68s and 69s, a couple 1970s in here as well, but I wanted to show you this latest mail call that came in. And starting out the show today is a custom Corvette in beautiful gold. It's a gorgeous model. The white interior on this one really sets it apart from other interiors. You know, I really dig the white shine, if you will, accenting the beautiful, in this case, gold Spectraflame. Spectraflame is a translucent paint that Mattel applied to a treated metal, a metal that the acronym is ZIMAG, zinc, magnesium, aluminum concoction, and buffed it out and made it very shiny so that when the translucent paint was applied, it actually glows. It's a beautiful, beautiful appearance, and that's what really makes redline collecting so fun. Is you have examples just like this. You know, the back in the day, the Harry Bradley design, the custom Corvette. Now, also in 1968, the original 16s that came out, Mattel was looking to do, you know, muscle cars and cars that, you know, mom and dad were driving, and so the kids could come up with their own, you know, their own little imaginations on what they want to see, you know, to play with. And why not, you know, mimic the cars that mom and dad have in the driveway, in the garage. Here's a nice example, another original 16. This is a custom Firebird Hong Kong in blue, beautiful blue Spectraflame. What's cool about this car is the Hong Kong design casting, and the difference between Hong Kong and US is the black steering wheel that you see inserted in the front dash there, as well as the blue tinted windshield or windscreen in the front. The hood opens up and reveals a spanking cool engine. Again, love that white interior. I'll show you the difference between, as an example, a Firebird with white interior, Hong Kong blue, versus a Hong Kong in aqua. Boy, you know, these are just gorgeous examples of the engineering and detail that Mattel made into the cars. I'm going to get this light so you can see this a little bit better. Yeah, this is a nice little aqua. Beautiful white interior, aqua Spectraflame, Hong Kong manufactured. And this particular one sustained its taillights for the most part. Tough to find them still clean taillights on the 68s. Now those two that I just showed you had white interior. I also acquired a Firebird that came in a dark interior, or some people call them champagne, but this olive Firebird, also a Hong Kong casting, has a beautiful champagne interior. Olive Spectraflame has a couple different shades. If you have, look at your collection, look at your olives, you'll see different shades of olive. This one's got a beautiful accent interior to the olive finish. Let's see, what else do we have from 1968? The original 16s that Harry Bradley and the designers in Hawthorne, California, the Mattel factory, came up with when they were looking at mom and dad's cars and what could they offer young boys and girls in their collecting fantasies. What could they come up with? Well, the Barracuda was a family car, and this one here really has shown its longevity. A very sought after casting. This is another beautiful example of Hong Kong engineering. Now check out the back taillights. These are very tough to find with complete taillights because the paint that was selected, for whatever reason, it chips, it comes off, and you know, through handling. But this is another beautiful example of just the absolute beautiful detail that Mattel went into putting together these cars. It's an original 68. Another 68 that I think that does show some real love, you know, some real desire in collecting, is the custom Eldorado. This custom Eldorado, beautiful car. Now this is a US version, and it is a olive. See the olive color on that one versus the other one that I had earlier? Just a tick different shade of color. This little beauty, US, the US olive is a little bit different than the Hong Kong olive as far as I've seen, but check your collections out. Again, look at the shine, the translucent Spectraflame paint. Beautiful, beautiful example. Now, the Eldorado's back tail lights were not painted, so you won't find that. But what's tough to find is Eldorados with clean grills. You want that grill, that black matted paint, as clean as possible. They're very vulnerable to be chipped. And I do really love the champagne interior on this beauty. The vinyl, the replicated vinyl top, is actually a black matted paint. Really accents the beautiful Spectraflame olive well. Now, as long as you're talking about original 16s, you gotta, when you're ever talking about the original Mattel designs, you have to always include the custom Mustang. Custom Mustang, what a beauty. This is a Hong Kong casting. Of course, you see the blue tinted windows. But what's really cool about this one is the red interior. The red interior is just awesome on a red pony. Love that red interior. It was a really cool idea to include that in the options when manufacturing the car. This is a little bit later run because it's got the black tail paint. The early runs, early had, now this is the midstream. Let me take that back. The earlies had the painted tails. So as an example, this one, if it was early, it would be red with a red tail. The midstream had what you're looking at right now. This is the mid, releases. And then they, for the late runs, Mattel eliminated a little bit of that black paint. Also, this casting shows a casting line that goes straight across from front, that back quarter panel to the front quarter panel. Basically a straight casting line. That is a bone line that's particular to the Hong Kong casting. The US version does not have that. The US version does not have that straight line except for occasional variants. I'll give you an example of that. Here is a US pony in lime, and you'll notice on this one it is about the mid-run era, about the same time. But do you see how the line comes across and then humps over or goes over that front wheel? Yeah. This lime custom Mustang, the hood is just a tick off as far as a color, and it's pretty common to find that with Spectraflame models. The car will be one color, and then the hood will be just slightly off colored, and that was because the factory had manufactured the hoods in a different section and then attached them. This one does have a beautiful champagne or light brown interior. Just looking at the rest of the 16, the original 16s out there, you have to have in your collection. You really want to have, the VW, the Bugs, right? The Bugs are such a beautiful car. Custom Volkswagen. This one happens to be an aqua, and you can tell by looking at the car as a serious collector that this is a Hong Kong version. The lights, the headlights, are part of the casting base. They're not painted. Yeah, so that would that's really a very good example of the difference between a U.S. and a Hong Kong. The Hong Kong, of course, the blue glass. The engine's a little bit different, but real subtle are the headlights that were not painted onto the Spectraflame, but they were part of the casting. That's a good example of aqua. I also, in this collection, also came in was a Hong Kong red. Ooh, that's a nice little hot rod right there. Isn't that nice? That's a beauty. That is a beauty. The wheels are all straight. Hong Kong paint sometimes shows some sort of popping, sandpapery feel. This particular custom Volkswagen is showing very glossy red paint. Along with the original 16s, the ones that I showed you so far, we're going to show you all 16s first. The original 16s were the first 16 models that Mattel released is a Beatnik Bandit. The Beatnik Bandit in beautiful orange. Beautiful orange. It's got the blue bubble, if you will, and it's got the steering wheel. So look at your Beatnik Bandits. The US Beatnik Bandit will not have a steering wheel. It'll have a steering stick. Whereas the Hong Kong castings have a steering wheel. Also look at your Beatnik Bandits. The back tail, exhaust tailpipe configurations, just slightly different than the US version. And really telltale for Hong Kong versus US castings on the Beatnik Bandit is the front. The front does have a completely different profile for Hong Kong than the US version. So that's really, I think I have one more as I'm looking at the collection that came in. Actually I have two more. So the Ford J car is an original 16. This Ford model, the earlies, had a hatch, the hatch in the back that opened up completely all the way, and this one does. It is missing one little roundel, the number 1 round decal. You can see the residue on the passenger side there. It's missing, but what's interesting about this car is the cleanliness of it. Ford J car, 1968 original, and the casting lines are very clean, front and back. The tops of the fenders and the very, very top of the roof, that little scoop thing on the top is really, it's really clean. They're tough to find like that. And then of course the front scoops, the very front scoops close to the ground. If those are clean, you got yourself a real beauty. And that's a beautiful green. Beautiful green Ford J car, Ford J. Now, what's cool about the final 16 I'm going to show you is also green. And this green is something that all collectors really love to have, and that is custom Camaro. The custom Camaro US in green with a black matted tail. Such a beauty, such a timeless classic. The designers at Mattel in Hawthorne, California, when they first were thinking about Hot Wheels, they picked this model, the custom Camaro, as the very first casting that they were going to release. And sure enough, here it is in all its beauty. Beautiful car, highly sought after, dark brown interior, or dark interior. Such a classic. Hope you're enjoying this. Now, switching gears a little bit, going into the 1969 castings, I think you'll enjoy this. You know, Ford was really on their game with the T-Birds, and the classic 57 sitting up here. It's a classic 57 Bird in beautiful rose. Ooh, this one's nice. They were only made in the United States, US only. Beautiful blingy grill. You always want to look for that. Nice chromy grill. along with the line, the casting lines, especially in the back, the tail fins. You want to keep those nice and clean. They're tough to find because they're handled. Those are the handle points for these cars. Sometimes you'll find your red in other colors of Spectraflame for this model that the taillights weren't painted. Now some aren't. As well as the headlights. Sometimes the headlights are painted silver. This one's not. Beautiful light brown interior. 4 beautiful tires. You got the smalls in the front and the mediums in the rear. That's a nice little casting right there. Along with that, moving into that later beyond the original 16s, something I really dig, and that is your Fire Chief, or the Cruiser. Some people call them Fire Chief car or Fire Chief. It's actually the Cruiser because it came out, this casting was used for both the police version, which is the white and black combination of colors, and this, of course, the fire version, which is the chief car, or still the Cruiser. And what's nice about this one is you want to have them clean on the edges, the front edges, the horns on the top of the deck, the top roof, and then the actual tampos that say Fire Department, or DEPT period, and then the chief on either side. Those are what they call tampos, tampo, and the tampo was applied to the cars. This is the very first model that Mattel decided to use tampos, the Cruiser line. And you're looking at the Chief as one of the first examples, and then obviously Mattel perfected that with other castings along the way. Well, as long as we're going emergency, why don't we take this opportunity to talk a little bit about another emergency vehicle I thought was kind of cool. And this is the ambulance. It's the Hot Wheels Redlines Heavyweight. The heavyweight, beautiful casting, the ambulance in olive ambulance. Of course, they're all made in Hong Kong. You can tell by the windshield being a tinted blue, and then the wheels are chromy wheels. Those are chromy Spectraflame Redlines. Those would be indicative of Hong Kong. It does have the hatch in the back. Sometimes those would be missing, worn off. So there is your heavyweight. Switching gears, the other car that came in this collection, beautiful Torero. Turbo Fire, let me see, which one is this? Sometimes I get them mixed up. This is the Turbo Fire in beautiful lime. Beautiful lime. That is a gorgeous car. Don't you love the Spectraflame glow? That glossy looking paint, along with the white interior. Again, just an awesome model. The chrome underneath really shines nicely. That is the Turbo Fire, 1969. Let's take another one here. Let's see, what do we have? Let's pick a. Oh, I got two of these. Are you familiar with the Swing and Wing? The Swing and Wing, 1970. Swing and Wing in beautiful green. Swing and Wing in green. And then I always like to offer these to my customers in two different colors. The green, thinking about Christmas. I know it's July 1st, but what I really love is the green and the combination. Yeah, I'll put this up here. Let's put them up together. This is kind of fun, actually. I really dig in the colors here, and that is the red. You got the green and the red. Hope they don't run away. Stay. Stay, don't go away. Yeah, my light's not cooperating here suddenly. There we go. Two beauties right there. Pull this back a little bit so you can see them both. A couple of Christmas ornaments there. Red and green swinging wings. Ooh, what a neat casting, huh? All right, I'll take that away. They want to run away at me sometimes. We don't want that to happen, do we? No, no, no. There's a spoiler series right there. The spoiler series. Yep. TNT bird. Really a beautiful color of green. And let's see. I've got a snake here. The Snake 2. That's a nice little car right there. Showing some nice longevity. The Snake 2. That's an enamel white paint. Let's see if I've gone over all of them. I think so. Here we go. Copper Indy Eagle. And then the reason I put this together, I wanted to show you a custom paint, a couple of custom paints here. I work with a fella who does custom paints, and one of those that he did for me was a Cockney Cab, and the Cockney Cab was painted in a enamel green, which would really mimic our the English version of this right side driving side Cockney Cab taxi. The taxis at the time were actually in enamel green or green colored, but Mattel didn't make those in this color, and so we thought we'd offer that as an option to our serious Redline collectors, a Cockney Cab in beautiful, repainted and custom painted with original wheels, green enamel. Along with the green enamel, the British machine, another British machine, you'll recognize this, the Lotus Turbine. Lotus Turbine is also a English car, and this one also is custom painted in enamel green. Mattel did not make this model in enamel green, but we did. We're making it. We're gonna allow some serious Redline collector to take this home. I run my auctions on Facebook every Tuesday, and the Tuesday night is going to be our British Invasion night, and this is one of those examples of an opportunity to pick up something. Don't run away on me. Something special. And then the other British car that was made by Mattel in enamel green is the Lola GT70. Of course, you recognize that. The Lola GT70 is an original Mattel color. Look at that green color, all original. And original stickers too. The blister pack that the car was shipped in came with the stickers, and the new owner had the option to put those on the car. So I wanted to thank you for stopping by today. Do stop by often, subscribe and like, and I'll have more videos for you too. I've got a big collection coming in next week. So talk to you soon. Bye everybody.